Before I started slowing down my life, I was really all the time living either in the past or the future. I was very rarely present and happy now. I still remember vividly having these nice moments, being in a nice place with friends, and just thinking about, tomorrow morning this all will be over. This isn't gonna last forever. And I think that that's okay, like ideology that nothing lasts forever, but if you cannot enjoy that present moment there, which is supposed to be fun and nice, just because it's gonna be over tomorrow, I think life is just so hard to live and enjoy and live life to the fullest. I didn't have almost any plan for my life. I didn't know what makes me happy, what I should do. I was just thinking like, okay, let's find some career and pursue that, and hopefully that will make me happy in the end, and seeking a lot of like these external things to make me happy. I thought that happiness is something that you achieve one day, like you get something and then you will live happily ever after, like in all those Disney movies. They kind of brainwashed me when I was a kid or something, you know. They find a nice partner and somehow they live happily ever after. Nothing bad happens after that. So the first thing how slowing down my life really has changed my life is I understood the value of time. After I read I think it was some quote that talked about it being the most important currency, something that you cannot get back, I started to prioritize my life a lot. Like, what is actually meaningful to me? Where do I want to spend my weekends or weeks? Like, what do I want to do for work? Talking about the career choice before, it wasn't anymore like just whatever job. It was like, okay, this is so big part of my life. What do I want to do? I understood that there's opportunity cost in everything. Whatever you do, it means you cannot do something else. If you are hanging out with a friend, you cannot hang out with another friend. So of course this starts to feel like very serious when you think like, okay, who's a better friend then? But those are ultimately the things that I started to realize and understand. Okay, these people don't make me feel that good, and these people always makes me feel amazing, like genuinely, not even trying to please me or anything. They just have this positive like vibes, the aura around them. Have to change the location to get a little bit better lighting. It was getting too bright in that spot. The second one is accepting silence. I think many of us, especially these days, we are surrounded by sounds, a lot of noise. Something needs to be constantly happening for our minds. And I find that many times to be just a way to escape something. I had this roommate once, I think I was 19 probably, that couldn't fall asleep unless there's some sort of movie on the background. She said that she will just get like very anxious thoughts if there's not constantly something distracting her. And I think to a certain extent I can relate to this. It's so much easier like not to go in dark places with your mind, with your thoughts, when there's something that is keeping you away from those thoughts. And I think that that's actually something good, because many times our mind is like kind of playing tricks on us. It's telling us that okay, something is right even though it's not happening. You're just getting thoughts and you believe that they are true. But I think if you cannot dig deeper into those thoughts and kind of accept those thoughts, you can never achieve the real silence, the real peace. I went through this process and I cannot describe how blissful the feeling is when you can just sit down and nothing is happening. Like how good you feel. I have many times in meditation, I've started to literally laugh, like because of the joy that I get. And it's not joy like very external, like shallow laughter. It comes from really deep down. It's so hard to explain. Maybe some of you have experienced this as well. But if you can accept the silence, it's really life-changing. The next one is redefinition of success. Yesterday I saw this advertisement for, I think it's TV series called like the Kardashians or something. I know that they are some sort of influencers or models or whatever, and I looked at it for like 20 seconds and I was like, is this what people are seeing as like you should try to do with your life? Because for me it seemed like that's maybe like 0.0001% that would like to have this type of fame lifestyle. That's must be for them like so hard when you are being filmed all the time, like your private life. I don't know, maybe it's their choice, but at least I couldn't see it like something I would ever want to do. Like I want to have clear boundaries with my life, and also all the luxury stuff they have and everything. Like not judging these people because maybe they love that lifestyle, but I feel like for many, when they watch this type of content, they start to think like this is what I should have. This is what I need to like strive for in my life. So I was able to define my success again to balance and compassion, creating something meaningful with my life and not living just for myself, and of thinking this service over self that I have talked about many times. Next one is patience and perseverance. I think I have been always like moderately patient, but after slowing down my life, it's for me so much easier to wait for the results, to wait for whatever. I think Eckhart Tolle talked about in his book, The Power of Now, this waiting in a line or queue, and just thinking about how you feel, what has happened today, rather than just thinking, oh my God, people just come on, go already. It's kind of nice as well bridge to the value of time that I talked about, that you can see it as lost time or a time where you can actually calm down and reflect on the day and your kind of inner world, what is happening. And this perseverance part that is, in my opinion, so important. Whatever you are doing, whatever you are trying to learn or create, it takes so much effort and time that I'm not rushing anything. I understand everything has its own time, and I trust the universe as well in this process, that if I put in the effort, if I'm smartly working myself to, for example, learn how to cook, then I will be able to do it. And I don't need to become the most amazing chef in 3 months. It might take years, but I'm willing to do that. I don't have any rush to go anywhere or become anything. And the next one is more quality relationships. Once you slow down life, you become more peaceful. You start to understand what is actually important to you and what isn't. And that way, the people that are in your life, that you decide to have in your life, the quality, the depth that you can go into with these people, it's crazy. Like how amazing human connections you can create. Like the people that I had in my life before I started to slow down, the connections that I had versus now, there's a huge difference. Some of the people are still exactly the same people. I was just able to take it from that, hang out together and do just something, to something that is about support, compassion, kindness, wanting to help each other, like pushing each other forward all the time. If this topic is something that really interests you and you want to avoid some pitfalls, make sure to watch this video next, where I talk about the mistakes of slow living. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to stay kind and meaningful in your own beautiful journey. See you in the next one.